But it was on streaming.
Yeah, it was on streaming and stuff too. But it hit the theaters, and I told people about it. I promoted it, so I promoted my shit about it. I promoted it, and then a couple people saw it.
We're gonna see. I'm sorry I didn't come on yesterday. I was just not feeling it yesterday at all.
So I went to Netflix real quick, and National Channel just Netflix. So once I started promoting it that it was on Netflix, everyone started hitting me up. They were watching it. They were watching it. Sending me photos, sending me videos.
I need to finish my work for the day.
That's when I knew right then and there. I said, you know what? I really just want to do Netflix.
Right.
Because in today's,
it's so different.
You can create traction for real. Because really, it really depends on what streaming service you're on. Because even like, let's say a show like Hijacked. I don't know if y'all seen that. Idris Elba. It's on Apple TV. If that was on Netflix, that'd be one of the most talked about shows.
You're right about that. Because when I want to watch something, the first thing I go to Netflix.
I already watched this. I was kind of hesitant on did I watch this one podcast episode, but I did. Looks like I watched the Tasha Smith one too, so I'm not even gonna watch that. To delete that. What do I want to watch? Let's watch this. Oh, Reynolds. Or listen.
Retaliation over multiple years. The lawsuit alleges
I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna be eating some chips.
The court also notes that the plaintiff is seeking $7 million.
I'm like not in the mood to do anything right now, to be honest. I need to send these emails. This needs to go on. I need to send these emails and then somebody messaged me. I'll let your body decide. Good enough for your heart.
But the law loves elements that start with you, Attorney Weiss, in civil cases alleging sexual harassment and assault. I need to know, what is the strategic difference between pleading hostile work environment versus quid pro quo?
Well, I also think it's very important to what the public is saying about
You're welcome. Thank you.
Clip. So let's see what what's going out there in the public.
I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about sexual assault and harassment. And
JBA.
why do people
Hey Jen, I'll be on it.
stay silent? For a long time, guys, I didn't want to say anything. And I wanted to tell you guys why I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, okay.
But when it happened to me, I felt ashamed. I was scared because of the judgment and the questions that people were going to start asking. Almost like they were going to blame me for just being there. Well, I felt all of that, guys. When a very big director, very seriously powerful person that everybody knows, invited me over to his house to talk about roles and upcoming things that he was writing. I was telling myself, like, man, like all of my dreams are coming true right now. Like my opportunities at my front door right now. So much excitement going through my body. And then, guys, it happens. My boundaries were crossed. You feel like this person feels like they got power over you because of the situation and the opportunity that presented itself in front of you. And then you strip and how fear can somewhat keep you quiet.
Ooh, hold on, Jason, before you answer that. We know how you feel from the chamber, but I gotta tell you, this seems very interesting. Now, Baylor, do we have a picture of the other person that is accusing Tyler Perry?
That's what it's going to.
Be a type here, Attorney Weiss. I hate to say it. It appears to be a type here.
Girl, how you gonna tell me what you want to do? I'm beautiful. Thank you so
Condition
much,
I
boo.
said,
Thank
which
you.
is in civil cases alleged sexual
Um,
assault, and what what's the strategic difference between a hostile work environment versus quid pro quo? Like, do this for a role. If you do this for me, I'll take care of you.
Well, I mean, that's quid pro quo, right? If you do this, then you will be benefit this way, and that's what it is. It's an exchange. And look, if I was representing that individual, that gentleman who's making this claim, I would be annoyed that he put
I
something
thought
out
I
on
sent the
Instagram or
links.
on a video because
Oh my
it looks
god, let
clipped.
me
It doesn't look
hold on.
like it was thought out, put pieces together.
I thought
He has
I
said
sent
things
links.
basically making an implication, and again, this is me just
Let me make
reading
sure
into
I'm
what he
signed
said.
into the thing.
Up to a certain point,
Hi
he was
Jesse, how
okay.
are you? And thank you guys that gave me a
After
thumbs up. I appreciate it.
crossed the line where he didn't want to be there anymore. Now, I'm not saying that to
I'm so
defend
cute.
Nicole.
Thank you.
No
I
mean
appreciate
connotation
it.
aspect of that word, but at the same
Trying to get
time,
some work
there
done.
were texts, there were things going around,
Um,
and
I
this
was
was
gonna put my
not
glasses
like,
on, but then I'm like,
hey,
no, y'all
nice
could
to
see
meet
through my
you,
glasses.
love
What I'm
job, we get to
doing,
do X, Y, and Z,
and I can't have
I'm
that.
coming. And
Okay,
that's it. So
so
there's a lot
I
of
need to
problems.
go into
I never really get
Word.
asked to answer a lot of the quid pro quo. And other than
I
that,
need
Shaitan, I'm sure will be able
to.
to bail me out on that one, but I had to put my 2 cents out there.
All right, Attorney Carter, let's go to you real quick.
How is it a download?
All the stories are the same. Is the issue with me, right? So when I say that is come over to the house. All the stories they are
How do
drinking.
I do that?
All the stories they end up staying and being in intimate space and being late. Does that matter? Does the courts take that into consideration, or
I don't know what she's doing.
but if you try to do more and I say no, does it matter that I came over after midnight? Does it matter I drank 2 bottles of vodka? Does it matter that I'm half naked? No is no.
I think this is how you do it.
But in a particular case of question, one thing I think I was kind of nervous lawyer is I'd say, come on, bro. You knew no man is inviting you to his house and talking about I'm gonna cook dinner for you. All right. If a man is really up to some, on the level stuff, he gonna invite you out to dinner at Luke's. All right. He ain't gonna have you to his house for some lamb and all that stuff. The other thing though, if Tyler, if I was talking to him, I say, look, man, you gotta get a taste for a little darker skinned man. All right. The last almost breakaway cost you 260 million. This one cost you 77. Look at me. Tyler, I'm only about 12 million. All right. Really dark brother, you can get dark brothers about 3-4 million. All right. You cannot keep spending all this money for all this light skinnedness. You see what it costs you, Tyler? You cannot do it. Okay.
Let me see.
And look,
No, bring the gavel. Bring the gavel.
and I heard Stefan Diggs' chef is available, so he can have her, cook all the meals, and that's no problem.
One thing, I'm gonna knock you out, Chuck. You're right, but that light skin is still in my pocket. But getting back to the case, I actually think there are other problems with this, and Jason alluded to this in the video. I am suspicious of this story. So first of all, it sounds like a Teddy Pendergrass song, right? Come on over to my place. He plays it out that way. It's very similar to the other guy. But if you listen to him, what he says in the
Audit
video
remediation.
elements of quid pro quo and sexual harassment.
I
If you
need
really
that
listen to it,
one.
because he never says that Tyler
I
promised
need
him
to open
anything.
up the
He
other
said he was
one.
sharing things with him. He was honored to be there. This powerful director comes there and they want to tell you these stories. And then we had sex. You infer that there was
Why is this
force.
not
But
opening?
here's what got me
There we go.
suspicious. I've never heard, and I've done some pro bono work in this field, someone who was sexually assaulted said beforehand they had all this excitement flowing through their body. That was a very odd phrase. So
You love my smile? Thank you. Am I at work? Yes and no. I work from home, so
Listen, the reason why I kind of hold that
um
against him is because remember he's always said, and as always, Tyler
where
says
the
tell him, hey, Tyler wants you to
Oh, why do you guys never know what you're doing?
as an extra, he didn't even have a role as an extra. He's like, oh my goodness, my career is about to explode. About to get.
It's going smooth, all right.
Hold on, where do you?
Right now, he's saying he's already
How do you manage access?
And so as he reflects on this in the video, what comes to mind is I had all of this excitement flowing through my body. I just think that's an odd word choice.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a bad word choice.
And that excitement
All right,
let's go.
we got people moving. All right, everybody, those really quickly. Lawyers, what are your thoughts? You need more information? Does it look good for time and rights? What say you?
I need a lot more information, and I don't want to see the videos. Attorney Carter can do it for me.
Attorney Carter, what say you?
I need an extra role on a Tyler Perry. And I don't care what it is. I'll do Medea. I'll do Medea Mitchell if you just give me dinner to his house.
Right, all right, okay. Shatar, what say you?
It doesn't look good for Tyler, from a public opinion perspective, and legally, we need more information.
All right, now we go from the studio light to the tour bus. Jeez, because the final case says harassment, hostile work environment, and retaliation is all in one. And the defendant is our one and only Will Smith. Yep, Will Smith, tour lawsuit, hostile work environment, and retaliation.
Hi, how are you? We don't do no Trump stuff in here. I'm not a Trump supporter. Please exit left if you are a Trump supporter. I do not condone the bigotry that administration is doing. I do not do tattoos. I do have tattoos though. What do you do? Can I say go Hayden? Go Hayden, how are you? How is my new year going so far? My new year is fine. It is just fine. I'm kind of coasting. The new year isn't super heavy for me, so that's always good. Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer
What the
on
heck
a
is she doing?
major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I
So
can't get
what's
into
the
details
previous
exactly
email?
what
I
that
don't
was,
understand.
because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting sexual misconduct.
Ooh, this one is
Oh my God, man, making changes and I have to track this.
somebody that's doing wrong in the work environment. It does lead to termination, unfortunately. So let's start with you, Attorney Rice. Everyone, please be mindful of the time.
What date is this?
Is this where the industry tries to hide behind the road? It's different because there are different roads on the road, or the law does not care.
Oh, the law doesn't care. I mean, look, if they're on the road and look, it's not a traditional 9-to-5 job. It wasn't a traditional in the office. I mean, but the law does care. But there are certain things that, this gentleman has said that, I'm not 100% sure. And I know you're going to ask the question later on, but, we need more information on this one. There's
Tomorrow I will go into detail because what the freak?
If he filed a lawsuit, why is his attorney allowing him to go
What is
out?
this?
All right, let's keep our comments very quickly, everybody. Attorney Carter, what counts as hostile work environment in a touring context where people live and work together? That's what I want us to dive into. Are there boundaries blurred? And what are your thoughts?
Well, HR is going to be blurred, but here's what we got to be clear about this. The allegation he has is not that someone grabbed him in the butt or anything like that. He says he went back to his hotel room, and in the room he found a handwritten note, and it said, "Brian, I'll be back, just us," the heart sign, and it was signed Stone Apple. So we're not going to do with this. And also in the
Let's see.
room, were other
All
items that
attachments.
did not belong to him, like wipes, a beer bottle, a prescription HIV
The
medication.
downloads.
Right, with another person's name and hospital paperwork. Which, by the way,
Um,
is not a good way to speak to anybody.
how is my mom doing? She's doing better.
And so I don't know
She's
what
doing better for sure.
this seems to be somebody who accidentally put their
Yeah,
stuff
she's
in the
doing
wrong
better.
room, and he feels kind of embarrassed about it now, because I wouldn't want my stuff in the room like that. They said all that, right? So apparently,
I wouldn't consider myself gay. I'm pansexual. That's two different meanings.
Defense strategy,
I'm not a lesbian. And it was not hard to tell my mom at all.
What are your thoughts on this, Attorney Turner?
It wasn't hard.
The contract probably has an NDA and probably has a mandatory mediation clause to try to keep it under wraps. The problem is these guys are talking on social media. I think that he wants
Girl.
trying to leverage this into something else and is not listening to his lawyers to be quiet and to let the lawsuit play out.
All right, let's go to you, Weiss. Is he, has he got something here? Is it need more evidence? Looking guilty, innocent? What are your thoughts?
Need a lot more here, and look, Will Smith's reputation might
This
be
is
but I
so
think in the end,
annoying.
Okay, Attorney Carter.
no, all he needs is some more natural hair dye. Both of those strands got to be the same color, but other than that, I don't see a case.
All right, Attorney Turner.
There's a phrase that says everything's coming up.
Well, that's what I get for saying I want to do this.
They need Jesus, they need to get it together, and yeah, we need more facts for Will, but come on, black man, let's do better.
I agree. The culture is tired of a system where the message is be quiet if you want to stay employed, because once reported misconduct, unfortunately, can backfire on you. All right, this is a part of the show where we go to you, the viewers, because you're the jury. All right, jury, this is your very own segment. No panel talking, no interruption. The chat is the jury box. Case number one, jury. Is Dr. Perkin guilty or not guilty? Guilty or not guilty? Dr. Perkin, is he guilty or not guilty? Jump down in the chat. A for guilty, B for not guilty.
I'm gonna schedule a meeting. Let me do this now so I don't forget.
If he's guilty or not guilty, let me see what the chat's got to say. Pretty M, Mimi says guilty. Oh, Rodney Maiden says guilty. Rodney Caramel 1977 says guilty. It looks like the chat has found Dr. Kirkland.
What I do in my bedroom is nobody's business. It's only between me and my partner. Zane, thank you, baby. How are you? Thank you for the compliment.
Is he guilty or not guilty? But put his hands on that moment's neck. Drop down in the chat. A for guilty, B for not guilty. All right, jury. Viewers, drop down in the chat. Guilty or not guilty? All right, Serenity God says A, guilty. Purple Rain says guilty. Jimmy Hill says he did it. Pretty Mimi says guilty. All right. Ivy Davis says guilty. In the court of public opinion, they're going to find Stephon Diggs guilty as charged. Next up, we have Tyler Perry.
What is this?
So many people, so many jobs, but there's not giving right to sexually assault the Latino community. Yep, and I said it, light skin and I. All right, Chad, guilty or not guilty? Is Tyler Perry guilty for planning their boys' pussycats? Was it pussycats? I can't remember. Anyway, guilty A, B, not guilty. Is Tyler Perry guilty A or not guilty? Brittany K says Tyler Perry is guilty. Serenity God says pussy snatch. Okay. Tyler K and guilty. Editas says guilty. King William says not guilty. TT says guilty. One more guilty.
I don't understand what this email is about, though.
Is he guilty or not?
How do I get to her email? What is she wanting?
Davis says guilty. All right, we're gonna find Tyler Perry guilty. Guilty is charged. Last but not least, Will Smith. Is he guilty or not guilty of playing the violin and not the violin? Drop in the chat right now. Guilty or not guilty? Inside is Will Smith guilty or not guilty? Rodney says not guilty. Editor says not guilty.
My nails are pretty. Thank you. Guys, I will remove you out of my chat if you're inappropriate. Like, come on now. Get it together.
does create opportunities, but power also creates risk. And the law exists for influence. Subscribe and tell others. What, and also tell us what case you want on the docket. Thank you for watching us tonight. Court is now adjourned. Everybody, have a good night.
Jesse, how was your New Year been?
It's a beautiful room. The best thing to do with this ginger is to make a tea. Best thing to do. So what you would do is you would get a pot. Me personally, I like to get the tea that you just plug in the wall and you just put some water in and just warm up the pot. Right now, the ginger, same thing. If you do not damage the tissue, you won't get ginger off. If you do not damage the tissue and heat it, you won't get shogar. Shogar. SHOGAOLS. Shogar. SHO.
Carnival is in February, your country, Trinidad?
Shogar. Shogars break down into something called zinger match.
I got a question for you. Wait, you're Trinidadian? In your country, Trinidad. So, yeah. I got a question. How do you feel about Nicki Minaj and her coming out saying she supports the Trump administration? How do you feel about that? Because she's Trinidadian, right?
You see that?
That's good. Your New Year is
Circulation to the gut.
going good.
Guess what you need?
You say you don't know about Nicki? Why you don't know about Nicki?
Ginger. Something's going on with your skin. What you need? And ginger has a beautiful capability of cleansing the liver. That's why I call it the liver bone sweet. Alright, so take your knife. You don't skin the whole thing. Just a little bit of it. Then you just break it up. Y'all see all the water coming from it? So what we're gonna do first is everybody gonna eat a raw piece. Now remember, when it's raw, and you chop it, we get ginger raw. Ginger raw do the same thing as shogar, but shogar is way more pungent, way more potent, way more powerful. So just taking it like this is not truly medicinal. It'll get things activated, but you want them medicinal, put some heat to it. Let's get it. Get it. Yeah, that's why it's called. That's why I like to call it ginger bang. Man, none of y'all, I don't see the faces. That means y'all ain't eating. Yeah, you definitely eating with the glasses on. Yeah. It's called an eternal baptism. Who want to be saved? All right, so look, y'all. Ginger, key components. Inside the ginger is activated or active compounds. The first one is what? Gingerol. See that? The main active in the fresh ginger. Pungent, warming, anti-inflammatory, antioxidative. This shogar is a form when ginger is what? Dried or eaten. See that? So we trying to get here. This is cool. This is what y'all get these. Y'all can get all this. But y'all can y'all get this email to y'all too. Y'all can record it, whatever y'all need to do. Y'all just did that when y'all chewed. We trying to get here. Shogar. And shogar is the medicinal side. This is where you start seeing the healing effect. This is what they do in India. Imagine saying I went to the hospital in America. Yeah, they told me I need to get surgery. Would you watch this? Then you in India. Yeah, I went to I had all this. Oh yeah, they gave me some ginger, some water, and some cloves, and I feel better. Food that you have every single day in your household. Whether we're talking about gingerol or shogar, it's literally a digestive aid. Anything for digestive aid, for the digestive tract, digestive juices, regulating hydrochloric acid that's in the stomach sac, regulate the peptide called pepsinogen and pepsinogen. Ginger is amazing for that. But remember, in order to activate any of these
Lord.
tissue. All right, everybody got a piece of ginger, raise it up. Every table got a knife, correct? I want y'all to pick out a thumb of ginger off your ginger. Just a thumb. Yep, it looks supposed to be just like the thumb. See, look, this is the thumb of ginger. Y'all see that? Now, with the nub, because we have to eat always, the best thing with ginger is to eat the ginger raw first, and then activate it and eat the shoulder. So look, just peel the skin. Just a little piece. You have a piece this big, y'all. Nothing too crazy. Ginger raw.
You're new here, welcome.
The compound, when you, once you chew it, ginger raw.
Watching from Morocco. Wow. I'm in the United States. I assume that in Europe, people really like to make fun videos and memes about Nikki. I don't know.
All right, y'all got it? Ooh, that's some strong ginger right there. That's some powerful. God.
So I asked you, Jesse, since you're Trinidadian, how do you feel about Nicki Minaj? Because she says she's Trinidadian. And everything she's been doing, like in the news, and endorsing the Trump administration. How do you feel? It'll be interesting to hear from somebody that's from her country.
Our next class, we make sure every table, we're going to be at the school in the next class. We make sure every table got T5 everything. So, we're going to use.
I'm sorry if I'm smacking in y'all ear. I really love this salsa. This salsa is so good.
You're going to take a thumb of ginger. Once you get the thumb of ginger, look
Midnight.
clean. Make sure you clean. You're going to chop that ginger into pieces. So as soon as you shred the ginger, the more ginger raw will release into the water to be heated and turn into sugar. The beautiful thing about lemon is most of the lemon constituents and most of the lemon modality properties inside the what, y'all? The skin. So we're going to incorporate the skin inside the lemon. What I usually do when I make a tea, cut the lemon in half, I always use a whole lemon, and I will squeeze the juice out. I add the juice when I'm done, or I just take it straight down. Because I'm really only using the tea for the peel. All right, so when we look at the lemon, the beautiful thing about lemon has high vitamin C, or what you'll call ascorbic or ascorbic acid. Supports the immune cell and collagen production. If you have skin cell issues, especially with women that had a lot of children and their bellies haven't snapped back right, guess what you need to be drinking every day? Because it helps out collagen production. It got really communicating what you would call the parathyroid, and as long as you're doing some strength training, it will snap your skin back together. So people will lose skin in what? Lemon, particularly lemon peels. And what I like about the peels, we dry them out, we put them in the grinder and put them in capsules. And a lot of people start to do their foods now too. Grinding them up, breaking through all of their cellulose, activating the healing compounds in it, putting it in capsules, and then swallowing it. That way they can release later. All right, next thing is citrus vitamins. See that? Antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, support healthy blood vessels. Citric acid gives it sour taste, but look, helps mineral absorption and gentle detox process. So if you need to absorb something better, when you take it with what? Lemon is high.
Dang, Jesse, you ain't responding.
Talking about the reason why.
I guess that's my answer. You don't have a response for that.
Same thing with your body. Are essential oils in the field, such as limonene, aromatic, may uplift mood, mild antimicrobial, and then the lemon brings vitamin C, vessel protection, and brightness to the blend. All right, so now what I usually do is put it in here. I squeeze all this in the cup, and I take a shot of that, or I wait to add it to my tea at the end, because when you just add honey and lemon to it, I don't know, it makes tea taste so good. And then I take the skin, and I will cut the skin up. When you cut the skin up, you release all of the little constituents. So you got your thumb of ginger. Now you got your whole lemon peel. You already got your 12 ounces of water. You're going to add all of those 10 to 12 ounces. You're going to boil it for 2 to 5 minutes. After I let it boil in 25 minutes, I turn it down to its lowest setting, and then I'm going to let it steep and simmer for about 20 minutes. You start with 7 ounces of additional water, this will leave you with 8 ounces. And guess what that is? Your tea. Drink it all down. Add honey if you want to, and it tastes very, very good, and it sweats your the body.
Don't disrespect me. My name is not LaQuisha. Don't ever come up in my live disrespecting me. Some of y'all be so bold. Y'all go in people's lives and say disrespectful stuff, thinking you're funny. But I bet you wouldn't dare say that to my face. And best believe something will happen if you did that in my face. Could I date a white guy in theory? I could date a white guy. I could date any type of guy. But one thing I will say, with white men, you got to be careful when you are a black woman. Because it's either one or two things. There's no middle ground with white men. They either truly like black women, or they fetishize black women and have no intent on really being in a committed relationship. So they'll sleep with you. They won't commit to you. And I've dated a lot of different races. White men are like that. So I try to. My thing is, I don't discriminate on love. Whoever loves you, be in love, right? But I'm always hesitant when white men approach me because, and I flat out ask them, is this a fetish or you truly like black women? And I will investigate. It's always hesitant as well when you are a white man's first black girlfriend, because you could just be a test. And unfortunately, all that is linked to is slavery, honestly. Other races are very, very much upfront with their, if they really like black women or not. White men are deceptive. And it's nothing against them. And maybe they're not deceptive to their own women or to other women. But to black women, they can be very deceptive. And that's based off of experiences I have. And like other family members, they tell me stories. And like just acquaintances or people that I know, that's been their experience. Hi, Justin. How are you, baby? Jesse said, I don't really like her or her style of music. Okay. It's a tough thing for me because I am a huge, Barb. I do like Nicki Minaj music. And I used to like her a lot. And I kind of felt bad for her. I'm like, why is the industry? Because it's clear that she's blackballed from the Grammys, right? And other certain organizations. However, I started kind of looking at her side eye because not everybody could be lying about you. And I also know, being a Sagittarius, because I'm a Sagittarius as well, people either really love Sagittarius or they don't like us because of our mouth. But I tell everyone, You need to have a Sagittarius in your life. The reason why is Sagittarius, we are the sign of like philosophy, thinking, um, bluntness, right? That's some of our characteristics. Like we can't fake it. We're the most non-fake zodiac sign there is. And that's not to big up Sagittarius zodiac sign because I'm a Sag. Like that truly is like our qualities. And of course you have your qualities and then just you as an individual person, your own personality, right? But yeah, I don't know. Um, so I thought, I'm like, because I've experienced people thought I was mean because I'm blunt or like I'm very observant and things like that. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she's like that, like maybe she's experienced the same thing. But no, that's just how she is as a person. And that's just what it is. So I don't know. What makes no sense? Yeah, so I'm kind of putting her in a category of like R. Kelly. Music, I can't even say all his music is like cool because now that we know why he in prison, you listen to some of the lyrics and it's like, oh, you were singing about little girls. But I'm never going to take away the fact that she is the queen of rap, whether people want to truly give her that title or not. There's never been a woman in history to today that could surpass her numbers, that could write like her, that broke barriers for the music industry, especially the hip hop portion of the music industry, and even other areas, just writing music and stuff like that. However, your attitude, that will make and break you. I don't feel like she has enough people around her that will tell her about herself. I don't. But I also truly do believe there's a lot of stuff in the back burner. Excuse me. She's been afraid to like really just bluntly say what it is because she speaks very coded. I think there is a lot of stuff that people do to her behind the scenes. I truly do. Um, but my thing is, don't speak in code. Like if you are gonna expose people, you want people to know how an organization or group of people are behind the scenes. Don't speak coded. Like we shouldn't need to decipher what your message is because you're being cryptic. You're not being forthcoming 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I guess some things you can't fully talk about because of legal things. Well, my thing is you shouldn't have brought it up in the first place. That's one thing that I do she does that really annoys me. Um I don't know who the heck this troll is in here, but I'm gonna tell you this. Don't come up in my live being disrespectful. And a lot of American culture is black culture. Let's be clear. There's not a country in the entire world that's not influenced by black people or indigenous people. Period. Don't ever get it twisted. Open up a history book and not the ones they're writing now because they're fabricating stories. I'm talking about an old history book. You don't know your history, and that's sad. You could literally travel anywhere and see black influence everywhere. 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 Baby, don't come on my page. I literally be educating people about black history. I'm not the one to go toe to toe about black history and culture, honey. You will lose. You will lose. And where have I been 200 years ago? Hopefully not here. I'm not a vampire. My ancestors were here. Where am I from? I'm from the United States, baby. Where are you from? Um, Tupac was not the last good rapper, although Tupac is one of my favorite rappers. William, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna rock you. Say this statement. Black history is everything. Almost everything that people enjoy around the world has been invented by a black person or indigenous person and been stolen and rewritten as if that other race created it. Not to say that other races did not create things, but when you know the true history, especially here in the United States, you know a lot of stuff was stolen. And it wasn't just in the United States, it was in other countries as well. So let's be very clear. Now have a good day, sir. Or ma'am, whoever you are. All right, that person is kicked out. You are here from the Philippines. How are you? I love the Philippines. Most of my relationships have been with Filipinos. I really do like Filipinos. I want to go to the Philippines. When is the right time to go to the Philippines? What is the right time? Okay, let me send these emails. And I don't want to listen to Native American music now. That came up on my um I don't even understand why I saved this because I don't really like that podcast. Um, um let's do Dricka Gates. I haven't watched any of her stuff.
Realize I don't just want to support someone else's vision. I'm building my own legacy.
Gosh, that actually happened when I moved to the farm. I feel like when you're in a state of just like isolation, I guess, you get so many just like insights and downloads. And that's when that kind of like hit me, when I had like that aha moment. And then with
You're
COVID,
from the
that
UK?
really is like
There's nothing wrong with Native. Got actually Native American roots.
that's like a backpack.
But I
So it's
can't be
so
on
hard
live
to
right
like
now
hide inside that
and
backpack. So it gets
um
heavier and heavier. Oh my gosh. I really truly
be
realized that this is
working
like
and
self-care.
listening to it. It will
Like,
distract
gosh,
me.
I thought you would think that you loved
So
yourself, but
yeah,
until you
there's
really
nothing
like
wrong with
truly
it.
experience that, it's like
Just
I
not
can't
right
even
now.
like really put any words to it. It's like a next level. Like you have a real true understanding of I do come first, not in a
Yeah, I don't
negative way,
understand like
but
when it
like
comes
just
to
as
like when I stream
responsibility
and
for
stuff
everything else around me.
from in here, the internet like, gets blurry. I don't know, and I'm kind of contemplating like should
What's going on, everybody? It's your guy, JoJo
I
Simmons, and
don't
welcome to
know.
the For Good podcast, where we focus on what's
Um
bad, not what we have. Today, I have Rika Gates, who is what happened conspiracy intelligence,
I need this
business
here.
execution, and also means emerging tech. She's built a plant-based wellness empire, opened the first black woman-owned dispensary in Mississippi with a $2 million investment, runs a 60-acre regenerative farm, launched the world's first emotional well-being eyewear line, co-produces a reality show in Fortnite, and has her own avatar. She's also a certified birth doula, getting certified as a sex and love coach, all while actively healing generational trauma in real time.
I'm wondering if I put it this way, like back some. Will it be better?
How are you feeling though? You feeling good? You like New York? I know this is different from Mississippi.
Well, Mississippi.
Okay. So let's get into it. I know we got 30 minutes on the clock. We're gonna try to run through it, but we're gonna have a great conversation. I'm excited to have you here. So thank you for coming on. So when people hear your name, they might know one part of your story, but look at an entire wellness empire. Multiple empire, now AI. I'm building my own legacy.
Oh my gosh, that actually happened when I moved to the farm. So, it's like, I feel like when you're in a state of just like isolation, I guess, you get so many just like insights and downloads, and that's when that kind of like hit me when I had like that aha moment. And then it was COVID, so like everything was like shut down. There was touring, there was, a lot of things shut down. So I was really, I'm not gonna say I had worked into it, but it was almost like I was kind of because the wellness is something that I've always been into. Like I actually, right when I graduated from high school, I went to college to be a doctor. But obviously being like a Western doctor is not for me. But I found my way into the space without being like a doctor. So
I love that. And it's funny you speak about COVID, and I think a lot of us had to find ourselves in COVID because some lost their jobs, some lost their situations, some lost their businesses, and COVID really made us sit down with ourselves and find out who we were. And a lot of people came out entrepreneurs. I think a lot of people speak on about COVID was a lot of people came out stronger and tougher than they thought they were when they had to realize that, hey, I've got to figure this thing out now that the world's a little bit different.
right. I mean, COVID was like, I felt like it was the perfect setup for a person to get to know themselves, for them to start like really truly discovering like who they are. And that's when I started on what I'm calling my journey of self.
Okay, I love that. So you said something profound. From conception to age 8, that's where we receive the most programming. Here you are running a seven-figure businesses while also unpacking childhood trauma and rewriting those programs. Most entrepreneurs don't have time for therapy. How did you realize that the inner work wasn't separate from the business success, but actually foundational to it?
Oh my gosh, because it's at the core of who you are. Doing the work brings you back to who you truly are. So that's why it's the foundation of like everything. Like who are you? Who you are is like it's the core of everything that you are. And it's very important to have that foundation. Like
Yeah, I agree. I found that when I found myself and realized who I was and like what I was passionate about, I was able to implement it into a lot of my business practices and my entrepreneurial, journey, and it just made things better. It made the networking better. It made the business deals better. It made me a better business person just because I moved authentically with intention, right? And when you move authentically with intention, people can see that and people want to work with that because they know that you're not bullshitting, right?
exactly, and you're not. You like literally you become that one of one because
Right.
you're truly who you are. You're truly who like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're that one of one. You're not like everybody else. Once you, what I say, uneducate yourself and get back to the core of who you are without the programming, without the conditioning, without the trauma.
Yeah, I love it. I always talk about re-educating yourself. Like, we're educated on the wrong things, so sometimes you gotta uneducate to re-educate. So I want to talk about something that we don't hear enough at business conferences, how generational trauma literally shows up in our ventures, our cap tables, our decision making, our boundaries, or lack thereof. The Gates family farm, 60 acres in Summit, Mississippi, where your great-grandmother farmed, which is dope, you're reconnecting with agricultural practices from your lineage. While farm life in the South carries remnants of trauma from slavery and exploited labor. How do you hold both truths proclaiming ancestral practices while transforming pain into generational wealth?
Oh my gosh. So the story behind that, I was literally just like on the land one day. And it's not exactly where my grandmother was, my grandparents farm, but it's like within the area. And I just like fell to my knees in tears because as I was working the land, it was just like, wow, like I'm reclaiming like a part of who I am. I'm reclaiming my power, like me having this
They.
this is really yours.
Hi,
This
how are
belongs
you?
to you. And it was beautiful. I'm loving that. And I could believe that,
What's
you know
up?
that something's been in your family for so long and you still have it and you're able to say this is not something I just want. This is big. Let's go. What limiting beliefs
I
about
know
money,
what I
success,
needed to
or
do.
worth
I
you
needed to do
from
the
parents,
initial
either from
email.
family or community, and that you had to actively unlearn to build at this level?
Oh my gosh, that is not safe. And you know, like to this day, it's something that I'm still working on. Like you're taught that it's not safe to shine. It's not safe to really like enjoy like your wealth and to enjoy your riches. Like keep it quiet. Like it's just not okay. And that's something that I'm still to this day working on because it's something that constantly comes up. It's like you peel back the layers and it's just like more and more comes up.
Well, our culture is, we're notoriously known to show up a little bit from the
This is
side.
not the right one.
What black people have came from is like, we want to
This is not correct.
It's been a long time, but we're doing something. We're really out here changing the world. We're really out here being successful. We're really out here living the lives that we want. So I think that there's a balance of, we want to kind of peel back and not give too much, but also like, hey, I'm here. Like, I did that, I did that. So you shared publicly about struggling with nightmares, not being taken seriously as a woman in a male-dominated industry. As you constantly prove yourself to be
This is spelled wrong.
that rewards confidence over honesty. How has radical transparency become a competitive advantage instead of a liability?
Oh my gosh, because more people can relate to you.
What's
Like,
going
people
on?
love that. Because I feel like sometimes you can be, like, celebrities can be put up on a pedestal and they're like, oh, well, they don't have
There we go.
celebrities
This
that
is
I
the
have.
right
They don't
one. I'm
have
like,
some
what is
experience
going
that I have.
on?
No, we probably do. And we have to, like, experience all these things in the spotlight. So that makes it, like, 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
So I feel like that actually gives you kind of like a leg up.
But how does it make you feel like, obviously these male-dominated, businesses like Canvas, obviously, and other businesses, right? And music, everywhere really. How does that make you feel that you are succeeding, right? You're able to kind of be like, step your heels on.
Oh no, I pat myself on the back for that all the time. Because it was like 20 years of like just struggling just to like be seen, to be respected. But I'm respected, so it's like I did my job.
I love that.
The work comes.
I love that.
I'm gonna need to edit this temp because
That doesn't matter. You have to go through it, right? No matter what situation you're in, to win, you gotta go through it. You gotta see it through, right? I want to talk about your love as a practice, because you've been practicing and all that stuff. So you work with a spiritual psychologist who told you be loved no matter what. Scared, angry, upset, spiritual.
this is not right.
That's beautiful in theory, but you're running real businesses with real problems. When you're faced with discrimination, difficult negotiations, or betrayal,
So it's deadline.
practice this without being a doormat, or without being a doormat.
Without being the doormat. Something else
I'm gonna have to redo this. So this is not right.
In the clouds, let me just get over her real quick. It's really all about balance. Yes, I still need everything with love, but at the same time, I do assert myself. And I feel like that's key. But at the end of the day, I am love, and I'm still love, even when I'm asserting myself.
I'm gonna open this. How's my night going? It's going well. How about you? Thanks for asking, by the way.
Even when things don't go the way that I want, I think leading with love always gets love back. And when you give love out into the world, I just feel like positivity always flows. Hate is always met with hate. Love is always met with love. And even when it's met with hate, the love overpowers the hate.
It sure does.
You know what I mean? So I love when you.
Okay, this is wrong.
I mean,
You have to. You have to. You have to.
This is so wrong.
So I'm really trying to picture like a tense business meeting, and you're talking about you meet things with love, right? Like how does that work in a negotiation, or somebody's not really giving you love in that business meeting or that negotiation? How do you meet that with love? If anybody was on, how do you? I would like to know, like.
It's called a sandwich, right? So they say like the bread is like the part that really like makes you feel good. Like you go into it like high, like I understand you feel
This
way
is not hers.
and then you give them what you really need to tell them, and then you finish it off with love.
But yeah, you got the bread again.
With love.
I love that. It's true though, especially in the entrepreneurial space and corporate space and stuff like that. Like, you can't lose your cool, so you just show up and then, you know, you hang up the phone, the person out of your mind.
That part. See, a lot of people though, I have to say this because people are like, oh my God, like I'm always, like, I show up in the world, like, as this person that's really, like, peaceful, grounded, but I do take the time out to express all of the emotions. But I do it in what I call, like, a container, like, a ritual space for myself.
Well, just in your space. It's the same here, like, a lot of people like, oh, I'm always so happy-go-lucky and jokes.
Should be this
always
one.
happy. Yes, I am, because I meet the world with that. But I have that space inside. You know, like you have to get that frustration out. You have to get those feelings out because you can't bottle up any emotion, whether it's a good emotion or a bad emotion. You're not good to bottle this up, right? The hustle mindset often celebrates never stopping, grinding at all costs. But you built multiple seven-figure businesses while actively protecting your peace, as we were just talking about. How do you balance ambition with protecting your peace? What does that tension look like in real time?
Oh, it looks like taking the time out for myself. Because you can't reach, I'm not gonna lie, there was a point where I did reach a state of like just being completely burnt out. I just didn't have the knowledge that I have now. But now it looks like me literally taking the time for myself, like when I wake up in the morning, like before I do anything, like I'll go and I work out at home. And I'll go and work out, I'll do some running.
Flex.
I'm sorry?
Flex.
Yes.
Dr. Rock.
Yes. And then I might do some writing just to get, like, if I'm having any kind of like negative thoughts, like I don't want to carry that into my day. So I'm gonna write this shit out. And then I'm gonna burn it, alchemize that negative energy. Yeah. And then
Did it truly burn it?
I truly burn it.
I haven't tried that, but it sounds.
Please do it.
I would burn the house down.
No, burn the house down.
But I do want to try that. Like, write down what's bothering me and then
Let it rip, like you can curse, it could be about your dog, your spouse, your mom, your sister, anybody, just write it out, burn it, and it literally, you will feel like a weight is lifted off you. So I do that, I take that time out with myself, like every single morning before I interact with anybody, before I'm picking up my phone, before I'm talking to my kids.
What is 30 days?
I'm gonna try to implement that. Because I wake up in the morning and I do get my own time, whether that's rolling up a joint and kind of just, just figuring out my day or just reading a book or reading a chapter in a book that I enjoy, just to kind of make sure I'm focused on me first before I can focus on everybody else. I think that's the biggest part for me is like, if I can focus on me first, then everybody else can get 100% of me. But if I don't feel like 100% of me in the morning, you're not going to get that. No, I don't want to give somebody that. I want to make sure I give them 100% of the best part of me. Right. So I love that. I'm going to start burning papers.
Please do.
Now let me just roll some papers.
In a fire, yes.
Got to do about smoking burgers. So you discovered radical self-love for the first time during COVID in your 30s.
Yes.
That means you built successful businesses before you even knew yourself. How has your definition of love for yourself, your children, and community shifted in the recent years?
Oh my gosh, I really, truly realized the importance of like self-love. Like that, I thought you would think that you loved yourself, but until you really, truly experience that, it's like I can't even like really put any words to it. It's like the next level, like you have a real, true, like understanding of I do come first, not in a selfish way, but like this is a must in order for everything else around me to thrive, and for anything that I put my energy into to thrive.
I'm so keen. I said, no, I'm into what you say. Because I agree, a couple years ago, I had to look in the mirror and ask myself, do you love yourself? Yeah. And I think that's a very important question for a lot of people to ask themselves. Do you love who you are?
Right.
Do you love, because only people that don't know you truly is yourself and God, right? So you can lie to the world, you can put on the front of the world, but do you truly love us?
Behind those closed doors.
Yeah, behind those closed doors, are you happy with who you are? Are you happy with your routines? Are you happy with what you're doing? Are you happy with your intentions? Are you happy with what you're trying to change in the world or impact? Those are big questions to myself. And when I look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm checking off every box that I love myself. I can go love everybody else because I love myself, right? I have no self-hate in that, right? So that's a big thing, I think, for people. And I think that's when they project a lot of hate on other people because they truly don't love themselves.
Very, very, very true. And it actually takes a lot to even be able to sit with yourself and be real with yourself about that.
Yeah.
And
That's hard. That's a hard conversation. Because you might find out you don't truly, fully love yourself the way you're supposed to, right? And now, what would you say to an entrepreneur, somebody in this room who's so busy building, they've completely lost touch with who they are? What would you say to that person in this room?
then what you come back with will be so much more, there will be so much more love and intention in it, and people will feel it. It's like, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, so this is where it gets really interested, because you're not just staying in traditional wellness lanes, you're expanding into tech, gaming, AI, and I wanna talk about that. I think that's really cool, especially you in this space, and it's a space that everybody should kind of get familiar with. You co-produced MD Reality Fashion Tycoon in Fortnite and created Drika AI, an AI version of yourself that exists in virtual worlds. Most longest entrepreneurs think to products and retreats. What drew you into gaming and digital creation?
Because I feel like that's where we're going. Like whether we like it or not, like someone you're dealing with AI already. Even if you're like, I'm getting into the chat, you know, like you're
My best friend.
that's what I'm saying. That's the thing, you're being homie. But to some extent, like you're dealing with AI. Even when you're getting like suggestions on your phone, the autocorrect when you're sending a text message, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? So it's everywhere, and it's only gonna be, we're gonna see it showing up more and more in our everyday lives. And so I just felt like it's super important. And I have so much to share with the world. Like, I need someone to help me. So that's why.
Okay, that's a big thing I wanted to discuss about AI. I'm very big on using it, but not using it as a crutch. Like, just make sure you're still creative and quick to touch on things. But if knowing how to use correctly, you can start businesses off AI. You can really do a lot. Like a lot of people, there's too much opportunity on AI to really start something from scratch. You give them your ideas, and they'll really work with it. Like I said, like my wife is using it a lot for some business ideas. Yes, at least in helping her, and they come up with logos and they do all this crazy stuff. And I think that if you use it in the right way, oh, you can win. You can become a millionaire, right? You can really become an entrepreneur from your home.
Right. It's there to support you.
Like, for sure. Not there to crunch you, there to support you.
What? It's gonna make me restart my computer?
What does it mean of yourself?
What's not wrong at all? What do you mean? You're from Germany? What part of Germany? I've been to Germany before.
Like millions of people at one time. One-on-one, that is. So that's really like Bobby Craig. Because she can do that. She can be one-on-one with other people. Because I can't do
You
that.
don't update here? What's the best what? What's the best what? Hit the thumbs up button, guys that are in here, please. I really appreciate it.
You can't be in every room at one time. With AI, you can now, right? Sure. So whether it's gaming platforms, immersive virtual experiences, or AI, you're clearly thinking about how to reach people in spaces they're already spending time. For a business and tech audience, what's the strategy behind meeting people where they are versus waiting for them to come find you?
That's the whole game, like in life. Whether you're doing business or not, is to always meet people where they are. That's the key to like great communication. Meeting people where they are.
Right. Yeah.
You have. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening. I'm not stopping. I'm just agreeing.
Yeah.
Meeting people where they are.
I'm just saying, that's like the key, that's like a foundation to like a lot of things, just communication, marketing, everything.
Yeah, I think, and like you said, it's being aware of what's next and knowing where to find these people. Like you clearly with this Drika AI thing, I can't be in every room, but Drika AI can be in every room, and my presence can be felt everywhere and anywhere. And that's a form of networking because what we know is with the digital space and content, if you're constantly seen, and your name is constantly said, you're constantly in everybody's face and people's ears and they know who you are. So I love that. I want to talk about your Drika Rose eyewear, which is really cool that my team told me about, and I would love to dig more into that. You just launched Drika Rose, the world's first celebrity branded emotional well-being lens line. Cool. Eyewear for emotional wellness, not just vision correction. You're talking about lenses that help with mood, light sensitivity, screen time, and visual.
Where am I from? I'm from the United States.
How we literally see and how we feel.
So, you know the color rose.
You're from Berlin? Wow, I'm getting a lot of international people in here. That's interesting.
It's like you're raising your vibration, you're in a higher vibration, you're literally in the vibration.
Do those glasses really do that? They really raise your vibration?
Seriously, like the rose, the color rose, yes, they do.
I'm waiting for my pair. I would like to see
I got you. I got you.
That's really cool. How long has it been out? How long has that been out?
Just like for a couple months.
Couple months now, and how's things going with that?
It's going really well.
I see the story behind it. So, keep on with that. That's a different world. And if you made it your own,
Oh my gosh, because first of the building, that's why it costs so much. Because I renovated a 100-year-old building. There's a historical building in Macomb, Mississippi. Everything that I do, like, I want people to actually have an experience. It wasn't just about me like selling marijuana. It was like providing education for them, letting them know that they're loved, that they're cared about.
The crazy thing is, and that's how we feel over at our company is was like when we speak on weed, when we speak on cannabis, it's like the feeling is important of what what comes with that, the experience. You know what I mean? So
Now we
I
have
love
to
that
do
people can walk
Abby's.
into your dispensary, not just walking to get some weed. They want to go
So
to educate themselves on the weed and want them to feel good, right? When they walk into
we
the dispensary.
are
You also said you'll never invest $2 million like that again. So I
not gonna
asked you
use
to think
that
about the
template.
risk.
We're gonna
What did
use.
that teach you after saying that you probably never do
We're
that
gonna
again?
delete
First of all, just
this,
renovating a
and then
100-year-old
we're gonna
building, you don't know
add
what
that.
you're
We're
gonna come
gonna do
across.
this
So yeah,
one.
no, I will never do that because it wasn't necessary. I didn't build something up from the ground up, but it was like that was also part of me like restoring the town.
Yeah.
And then
Because it's kind of
we're
a joke
gonna
right now how people
address
just like left it, and
both
there's a lot of good
individuals.
homes there. So I really wanted it wasn't just about the dispensary. It was like bringing life back into the team.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Hold on.
Exactly.
Bring your life back in. Thank you for that. Bring your life back in. Your cannabis wellness products are designed specifically to focus sleep recovery and that level of intentionality is rare. How do you design products for actually healing versus just creating
She
another thing
has,
for
I
people to
think,
consume
4,
versus
so we need to
Because I
copy
always think about
and
what is it that
do
people actually
4,
need, like the
4.
focus. So like I've been in school
Yeah,
for
we
like
need to
15
do
years, and it's
4,
like that was something that I really needed
4.
myself. So I'm like, surely I'm not the only
Da
one who
da
needs
da
to
da
be
da
able to
da da
focus.
da.
Game time, that's like gives you energy. You use
4,
that prior to like
4.
working out or anything like that. But it's like I don't want
Da
to
da
just
da
be
da
or
da
not
da
just
da
another
da.
person slapping a label on some product and being like, hey, here, buy this. Like I really needed to actually work. I
4,
really needed to actually
4.
provide support to people.
So you have a cannabis product that gives you energy.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
okay.
getting it.
Maybe try one. Maybe try purchase.
Yes.
So let's get tactical because spiritual death is beautiful, but people need tools they can actually use.
That has to change.
You practice high vibe writing, and I know we spoke a little bit about writing. 12 minutes of writing out everything that's pissing you off, then turning it into release the energy. I know we discussed this. For founders who think I don't have 12 minutes, I don't have 12 fires to put out, make the case why is processing emotions actual productivity, not a break from fun.
Should I name that something else?
Depression to me is like being in a state of not expressing your emotions. Like that's how I look at depression. When someone says they're depressed, I'm like, oh, you just didn't process the shit that you've gone through. So when you don't do that, you're literally just think of it
Should
as
I say
a backpack, and everything that you don't process, like you're just adding more to that backpack. So it gets heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And it's like, how are you in a state of clarity when you're making these decisions if you're carrying around all this stuff? So that's why.
have a good night? Thank you, Jesse.
I mean,
It's pretty interesting
Yes, please do.
to have the new what? To have the news all around there. What do you mean? The news all around there. What do you mean? Explain.
I mean, at the end of the day, it helps you to not necessarily like last longer, but to be at your best, to be the best version of yourself.
Right.
And that's what you're getting at the end of the day. So
I love that. I know that, obviously, there's a lot of different, wellness ways and things to go about things. And even when it comes to meditation, I've been exploring those ways as well because, eons ago, they were natural things to.
literally,
Yeah.
that's the plants. The plants are here to support us.
That's a fact. So here's what the research shows. Black women entrepreneurs are the most likely to experience high effort open burnout. We're constantly over performance, prove yourselves in spaces that already doubt you out. But you've done something different. You built multiple million-dollar businesses while refusing to sacrifice yourself on the altar.
Did a 360 windmill behind the back dunk on Shaquille O'Neal back in '93 at McDonald's All-Star game, but honestly, I don't like to talk about it, so we could just drop. Okay, well, why you bring it up?
Yes, that's
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jesse. Have a good night. Have a good
If
night,
you
sweetie.
could give every black entrepreneur in this room one
Have a
permission
good
to do
night.
something that they think they can't do or be done until they made it happen, what would it be?
No, like you just have to go for it. Trust your intuition, trust your instinct, because that's all I do. I allow myself to be guided, and it's like I believe in myself. I believe in my own capabilities, and I believe that what I am sharing is like
Tell
what
me
I
that
am
it's
supposed to
human
do. It's
nature.
my purpose.
Yeah.
You know, so whether
Why,
I don't really care about other
why
people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
did you do
Somebody
it that
wants
way?
and needs what I have to share. So
Yeah, I think
Do,
I'm
do,
the same
do,
way. I'm
do,
like, I'm
do,
about what
do,
you're going
do,
for. You know
do.
what I mean? Like, what else can you do? You either do nothing or you do something. And I think doing something is always more productive.
it's true.
You just gotta go for it, you know? Last question,
Do
you know,
we do
towards
it
the end
that
is the last
way?
question, but I have one more question for
I'm
you.
not loving
Okay.
this way.
And this brings it full circle. So you were 13 years old when you left your church
Why is Michael Jackson
to find a
human
purpose
nature
that
stuck in my head?
passion personally.
Obviously,
Choose
I'm doing
something
my
alone.
own
Here's why. Look at everything you've built
version
now:
of
the
it.
farm, the dispensaries, the wellness empire, the AI avatar, gaming
Tell me
platforms,
that it's
iBeer
human
programs, wellness.
nature.
What would you tell that 13-year-old girl who bet on herself
Why,
before she had any proof
why
that this would work?
do we do it that
She was
way?
bold because that was
I'm
that,
not
that, that,
loving
that
this
was scary and
thing.
it did not go very well, but
I'm
it
not
was like
loving
at that
this way.
moment I knew that that's what I needed to do. I
Why,
literally like I didn't have a thing at first.
why?
I didn't get into a physical fight with my mom, but it
Tell
was
me that it's
bad.
human
It was
nature.
bad.
So at 13, like, I gotta go find.
Yeah, I
Why,
was like, this is not for me. Like,
why
I'm not going anymore. Like, I'm like, every time I
do
go to something
we do
new,
it
I'm
that
like, something's not
way?
even talking about
I'm
this.
not
And
loving
I
this
literally, like, I
way.
don't think I've been to a church since then, to be honest with you.
But you seem very smart, very capable.
I'm
Why,
very, I'm so
I
why,
can see that.
yeah.
why?
The energy. And now we get
Tell
to
me
the
that
things here on
it's
the platform. We
human
talk about all the
nature.
successes.
I
Like,
feel like I'm getting a
what is it about
download, but I need to really
success?
listen to the
Yeah,
song to
oh my
know
God,
why
it is.
this is
So
stuck in my head.
you know, we got a few minutes to do pretty well.
I'm not loving this
You're
way.
ready to meet. What else do you have going on? Is there anything
I'm
creative
not
about you
loving
that
this
everybody
way.
should be aware of that you have coming up
And you
besides everything you spoke
say,
about?
Yes, oh, and I'm always like, and I call it a lab. Yeah, so like this whole year,
why,
well, as you know, I've been
why?
working on my sex, love, relationship
Tell
coaching
me that it's
certification,
human
which for me,
nature.
I won't be working like one-on-one
Why,
coaching, but I will be
why
creating like different wellness experiences, different online like
do
master
you
classes
do
and
it that
courses,
way?
and I'm also coming out with supplements to
I'm
support
loving
people
this
in their
way.
sexual wellness.
Oh, shit, okay. All right.
I'm
Yeah,
loving this
so I'm working
way.
on, but I'm planning on
When
launching
you
that this month.
say,
How do you work? How do you build this?
Cause I'm a creator.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's like if
why,
I'm not doing
why?
something, I'm like, what are you doing, Trika?
Even if you're not doing something, you're doing nothing.
Tell me
I
that
ain't doing
it's
nothing. If
human
I feel like I
nature.
have nothing to do, is like, I'm losing. Like,
Yeah, it's like what? Yeah.
everybody in this room, you know, that
Where is this email?
young
Trying to set writing
on this
style.
podcast, we touch on that a lot. Mental health. What have you done lately for your mental health besides burning papers?
I do that all the time. So I actually just went to the Amazon jungle.
Oh,
Yes, I went and spent some time at the Amazon jungle with some Shipibo shamans. And while I was there, it was like I went through a process of like
Tell me that it's human
and
nature.
also just like processing a lot of
Why,
things that I was
why?
processing on my own. It was
Where
wild.
the
So
fuck is the issue?
like I took that time out. I was completely disconnected from everything. And then Amazon.
I'm not living
that's a
this
good way to
way.
process and get your mental health.
When you say,
No, I went to Amazon jungle on a freaking 2-hour ride on a little bit
where
of
the hell is it at? Tina?
It really was. I saw two pink dolphins, pink baby
Where
dolphins
is this
in
email
underwater.
at?
Yeah,
Amazing. So, as we wrap it up, I want to know that I'm sure people want to know, like, is there anything that you've been inspired by right now? Like,
When you
a podcast, a song,
say,
a quote, anything that maybe we haven't, maybe even a TV show that maybe know somebody hasn't heard of, that maybe we didn't.
where the heck is this email at?
that was the book that I had to read.
I heard that before.
12:31.
It's gotta be a good book.
It's deep and it's amazing.
Wow, I did make a note here.
Yeah, so then that third song is what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
So I'm here to
So why did you score? That's what it's called. I'm gonna go out and get that, and everybody in the crowd, if you haven't heard of that, you need to go check that out because I've heard that twice already, so I know it's a good one. But Drika, I really do appreciate appreciate you coming here and live at Black Week for everybody. And I do want to give you your flowers for everything that you are putting out into the community. I think it's important for not only a Black person, but a Black woman to step up in her entrepreneurial spirit and try things, right? You're in cannabis, you're in wellness, you're in eyeglasses, you're in farming, you're in agriculture. Like, you're in everything, right? And I think that's like, man, that's showing truly a trailblazer, a leader, somebody that has intention, somebody that wants to create impact, and somebody that sees more than just the riches of life. And that's what For Good Podcast is about. It's about, what we do, not what we have. That is our tagline, and I'm very authentic, and I mean that when I say that, because I want to create a space where we talk about uplifting and positive conversations. It doesn't have to be about the drama in your life or other things attached to you, or things that people may want to think they want to hear, but really what you really want to hear is the entrepreneurial spirit and the winner in you, and the success and the story. Because everybody has a story, and your story is an amazing story. Obviously, your story is still unfolding in front of all of us, and I just want to say congratulations on everything that you have going on. Everybody, please wrap it up from Drinking Gates as we close this out. We're here live at Black for the For Good Podcast. It's your guy, JoJo Simmons, Drinking Gates, the For Good Podcast, and we focus on the good, never the bad. We're remembered by what we do, not what we have. We're signing out till next time. Your guy, JoJo Simmons. See you next time.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper. We call her Daddy.
Bethany Frankel, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
You look stunning. How did you pick the outfit?
Thank you. I don't, it just arrived at some point in the last 6 months and I just park it and Toy Story, like they're just waiting to be played with, and so
I don't want to write nothing.
I thought it was very you.
It's perfect. What are you
Hi.
What was
Is that Walter?
I was doing a commercial for Synergy Kombucha with Flava Flav yesterday.
Oh, how's Flava Flav doing?
He's the best. He's great. He was really fun. I met him on my podcast before, and he's really cool and really fun. So we had a great time. Spent the day with him.
Fun. Yeah. Okay, wait. Do you like LA?
I lived here for 10 years minimum, and as a kid as well. And I do like LA. I mean, I don't like it now as much, but I appreciate it and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's like, it definitely feels. It feels very virally, like all the cutesy places and the cookies and the things, and there's 75 matcha places and boba and acai and playa, and like, so I like that. You come here to be, to overpay for coffee, and I'm into it.
100%. No, I like it weirdly more now living here than I thought that I would, but I think it's similar to New York, where I think you have a better time living in New York than visiting New York, because you don't know where to go.
Okay.
You just go to all the viral places, but you're not like going to the dive bars.
What's up? How are you?
Going to little pockets, which I've learned about in LA now.
Well, that's funny. Okay, so when I was
This
in
bun
LA,
is
I
crazy.
loved it. Coming
It's
back,
so
it's like
crooked.
maybe strange.
I'm trying to do a bun without having a scrunchie.
It's so big that you don't know where you're supposed to be. You have some FOMO in a way.
So you're like on the Sunset Strip, and you're like, wait, why am I here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, wait. You have a house in the Hamptons.
I have a house in the Hamptons.
You moved to Miami.
I have a place in Manhattan and the Hamptons. I have a place in Miami and then further north in Florida.
Do you like living in Florida?
I love living in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
So I'm a beach person. I'm a water sign and I'm a water person, and walking is the only thing I do for exercise, and the beach, to walk on the beach every day, it's one of the only times. Yoga, which I don't do that often, but when I do yoga, at the end I say thank you, like I actually say thank you. Just every time I can't.
This bun is crazy. Normally I could do a decent bun.
Spiritual like that, I just actually, it comes to me. So every time I do a beach walk, I say I'm so grateful. I can't believe I get to do this. I can't believe I'm swimming in the ocean every day. It feels like a dream.
You are?
Every day. So it's healing, and I just feel like I feel so lucky.
Well, because I feel like I was going to ask you, Miami just gives such like party nightlife energy. Are you partaking?
Not really. I only go if it's like paid or.
It's not the best bun.
Do you know what I mean? Like if it's an event and it's a moment.
It's kind of annoying me, to be honest.
Not just like randomly on a Tuesday getting dressed up like a hoe to go out to dinner.
Yeah. Are you going to 11?
I've been to 11 once after the Sports Illustrated show. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not really. No, I don't want to be out all night. I work and I'm with my daughter for the most part. It's work and my daughter.
Have you enjoyed spending
York, I've enjoyed strip clubs. A good strip club is amazing. And shockingly, strip clubs have good steak.
What?
Well, like there was a place in New York, I think it was called Penthouse VIP, and they had an excellent steak. And it would make sense because the clientele, where it's upscale strip joint, would want a big,
Oh, that's a good
great
point.
steak.
I've never thought to order food while I'm at a strip club. That's a good point. I'm gonna try that next time.
I mean, goals.
I'm gonna get a big porterhouse. Like, let's go. With a very ass in my face.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Well, it's basically the surf and the turf. Sorry.
Well, that's for us. Hampton, you recently said that you kind of
I walked in the kitchen. I don't think I'm gonna cook this right now. Put y'all right here. Just let it be in the fridge. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. In the fridge. I'm hungry, but like, I don't know what to eat. I've been wanting a bagel for the last couple of days, so I'm gonna just do a bagel. Oh, I know what I could do. Bagel and prosciutto. No, it's crazy. When I was a kid, I hated raisin. Well, I don't know if I hated cinnamon raisin bagels. I didn't like blueberry ones. Bitches was nasty. Till I'm not ace human nature.
It's funny because I've seen videos on social media about people talking about influencers, like influencer trips, and I won't spill tea on exactly who, because there's no upside for that, but like, I have seen some of these younger girls act like that, and I can't imagine why.
I need to put this in a little longer. Because what is going on? way, boy? Cause if that cat makes me fall, and I already got a messed up leg, it's gonna be hell to pay. Tell me that it's human nature. Get out. I'm not giving you none of this. So I don't understand why you in here begging. And Athena, don't follow in your brother's footsteps either. He gonna get you in trouble. Your brother is a gluttony kitty. You are not gluttony. You so cute and tiny. You are so cute, Athena, with your little face. What a cutie pie.
You can literally just shut it off and go to the party and don't even bring it up. Even if they don't, they won't bring it up.
Business. I've been selling books thinking I'm gonna walk in there and ages. Like, what are you talking about? They don't care about that.
It's like you, it says you to do. It doesn't, you can't differentiate if it was someone hating or loving. It doesn't have to matter. If it's you, a talk, lots of people commenting on you, it's like, it's all good for business because they know business and that's all you care about. 100%. As long as you know yourself.
100%. The more
God, it's so cold in here.
even in like
I'm trying not to
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
turn the heater on, but I don't have to turn this on.
A lot between all of the family
Freaking cold.
expectations and the travel. It is so easy to forget about yourself in the middle of all of it, and that's why BetterHelp is encouraging you to rewrite your traditions this year by making time for you. Therapy can be a way to slow down and take care of yourself when everything's supposed to be joyful, but ends up feeling hectic and a little lonely. The holidays look different for everyone. Maybe it's baking pies with your aunt or starting something new, like a chill night in with friends. Therapy can be one of those traditions too. BetterHelp gives you space to pause, reflect, and actually feel grounded. They match you with a qualified therapist based on your goals and preferences, and if it's not the right fit, you can switch at any time. With over 30,000 therapists and more than 5 million people served, BetterHelp helps you fully prepare for very chaos. Taking care of you. Our listeners get 10% off at
Excuse me, Mama.
betterhelp.com/daddy. That's betterhelp.com/. I wanted to talk a little bit more about your childhood because I was thinking about it, and this is, I think I have so much respect for you. There are so many different lives in public, right? And so there are people that are watching today that may be like, okay, I'm millennial girly, I loved her on Housewives, I love her so much. And then there are girls that are like, I'm Gen Z, I literally know her from her fucking Supermodels. And I'm like, but what do you mean? Like, she was a housewife? Like, what do you mean? So I want to go back a little bit. Where were you born and raised?
I went to 13 different schools, but I was born in Queens and then was in Long Island and did live in California as a child, Florida for boarding school for 2 years. I've lived many places, New York City, yes.
You were 4 years old when your parents got divorced. How was that explained to you?
I don't think that it was explained to me. It wasn't explained to me. I was moving back and forth. As a matter of fact, my real father was a horse trainer, and there were a lot of like unsavory cocaine characters around and young women taking care of me. And my mother was with another horse trainer, my stepfather, in New York. And she asked my father for child support but he said that he would only pay her if I was with him. So I was sort of like a pawn back and forth. And I remember being very, very sad and wanting to be with her. And then I entered into the crazy life of her and my stepfather, which was extremely crazy and extremely abusive and a lot of interesting.
So with your father, talk to me about your relationship with him. Like, what did you think of him?
I think you just love your parents because they're all that you know, and you don't know that you're growing up at a racetrack and with all these unsavory characters, but I did know that I did miss, I want to be with my mother. And I didn't speak to him, I don't think, from the time that I was 4 to like 13, for the most part.
Okay.
He was a horse trainer, my stepfather was a horse trainer, so, you know, like derby, like racehorse.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of competition between them.
Get out.
They run together as
Get out.
buddies.
Thank you.
Was with both of them, and she was stunning. She actually looked just like Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarface at that time. She did a lot of wear and tear on her body over the years and didn't look like that in the end, but she was very, very charismatic and beautiful, and everyone wanted to be with her. So there was that between them, and it was like constant. I was a pawn, and there was a lot of competition between them over the course of my life.
13 years old, you reconnect with your dad. You said, like, was there anything you admired about him, or you saw yourself, or was it very polarizing?
To be honest, I knew that he was this Hall of Fame famous horse trainer, and he lived in California, and so there was something like rich and intriguing about him. Like I would watch movies like 16 Candles or Pretty in Pink and want to be in this life and live with him, but he didn't really want me per se. And I didn't want to be in either world. I sort of fantasized about the life with him that I didn't have just because of movies, but it really wasn't like that.
So you're an only child?
I'm an only child.
Okay, so that's like full pawn.
They weren't really fighting, I mean, only at certain times,
Right. Like child support.
Over child support and over my real father seeing me in Winter Circle pictures with my stepfather, and yeah, I mean, I kind of really wished that my real father wanted me, and he didn't, and then my stepfather told me that my mother never wanted me, and she had me on her 20th birthday, which is why usually my birthday is challenging, and this year it was a breakthrough. So, and it actually was related to her, and like brought back a lot of that. So,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I don't think it's a lot, and then you ask it like that, I think it's a lot. So yeah.
I mean, it's a lot because I've also heard like your stepfather and your dad, like there's like this like pissing competition between two men, and you're, yes, kind of this pawn that it's kind of like who it
wasn't about me.
Right, but it was about them, but then they used you to make it, and it seemed like to them they were like, oh, it's about, but it's not about.
Yes.
It was about them.
Yes, and they were all very, very messed up characters, like really equally messed up people.
When you had to go live with your mom and your stepfather, how was that?
Hi.
My mother was stunning, and her deadliest sin was vanity. I was talking to Chris Appleton today about this. I'm not a vain person, meaning, like now I make more of an effort, but I'm not intrinsically a very vain person. I think that's actually evident in a lot of my content. Like you see, I don't feel like, so I'm not intrinsically a vain person. And my mother was vain to a fault. So she had a lifelong eating disorder. And I caught her for the first time when I was 7 years old. She was throwing up, and she used to binge on everything, and sauces, and like torture waiters if it didn't come out like raw, and like it was just like a constant like torment about her. And then she'd be in the bathroom for hours after every meal. So my mother was a lifelong bulimic, alcoholic, cigarette smoker, and she always wanted to be a model. And her sister was 6 feet tall and always wanted to be a jockey. My mother was 5'4", so and back then you couldn't be 5'4" and be a model. So she was very vain, and that was a big character in my childhood. And she married an Italian horse trainer who had a lot of mob ties and would like tell us that we had to move from one house to another, and there were like there were guns in the house, the car, and like she would go out to Studio 54 till all hours, and then she would like punch her fist through the window because he wouldn't let her in, and I would have to call the cops, and he would physically abuse her with the phone, and it was after she died, I gaslit myself, like blaming myself for a lot of things, and I had to call friends from my childhood after the funeral to say, like, what was it like? And they were trying to be polite because you don't speak ill of the dead. And they were like, well, she had a lot of interesting characters around, and and I go, no, I need you to tell me, because I'm now gaslighting myself, because I read one letter she wrote that was nice to me, and now it's all my fault. And my friend Matt from high school was like, no, your house is criminally insane. Like, they were calling child services, and there were cops there all the time. Like, that was not a house to be in. So, it was a very, there was a big transformation in me in the last year since my mother passed away. I, like, really went through something.
I have someone in my life that had that someone when their mother died. It was this weird feeling of, I'm weirdly relieved, and that's the most fucked up thing to say, but I'm having weird things of like, was she as bad as I remembered, or was it me? Like, you go through this because you essentially have to dissociate when you're in those environments at that young of an age and you're just trying to survive. And then as you come to more reality and slowly start to piece it together, you're like, was this as bad as I remembered? And to believe that your parent could be as tough as it was, you naturally probably are going to defend your parents in your mind, because what else are you going to do now?
It's more that you're clinging to some version of purity in your childhood. But what actually happened was, in mourning my mother's death, I was like a dog that just like was by myself in my bed.
All right, guys. Love ya. See you later.
I started turning up all the music from my childhood, like all the